Yo, what is going on, growmies? Hope y'all are doing well, growing well. Now, growmies, every day of my life, I go online and see thousands and thousands of people constantly stunting autos. After seeing auto after auto stunted, I finally wanted to make a guide on how to start autoflowers for a perfect start. In order to grow autoflowers, it is absolutely vital to understand the life cycle is on a strict clock, and especially how autos differentiate from photoperiods. Understanding an auto's life cycle. Germination, day 1 through 3. During this time, the seed is absorbing water, which activates biological processes to get the taproot to emerge and crack the seed casing. For my preferred germination method, keeping in mind that every single day, an even hour is extremely vital for auto success, I plant my seeds using the ultimate classic fail-proof germination method that Mother Nature created herself. Seed directly into saturated soil and a humidity dome to keep the soil moisture levels stable. The reason I germinate my seeds directly into saturated soil is because I want uninterrupted growth. And this is also the least stress on the seedlings for germination. For the hundreds and hundreds of auto seeds that I've popped, there is always a green sprout above ground before 72 hours, which I don't see many paper towel or cotton methods having this quick of a growth rate. Sure, you can soak in a paper towel cup or whatever, but you are pulling the taproot away from the paper, which in some way will hurt the taproot, making it not completely seamless. Real quick too, this is not to hate on the paper towel method or anyone who uses these methods. I'm just stating that my best success growing autos has been seed to soil, and my not so good success of stunting autos has been the paper towel or cup methods. To simplify germination, day 1 through 3 steps. Using an evenly saturated, pH growing medium, the plant should emerge and pop above ground in less than 72 hours. Upon germination and sprout, I remove the humidity dome so that way the seedling can start breathing easier. During this time, the temperature is better around 80 degrees Fahrenheit, with the relative humidity being between 70 to 80%. Also, for lighting, the number one way to stunt an auto is giving them too much too soon. Too little light indicates a stretchy seedling, and too much light indicates a short, squat seedling. Next life cycle process, early seedling stage, day 3 through 5. After emerging from the seed case and popping above ground, the taproots start to anchor into the growing medium, growing larger and larger, while also starting to develop lateral roots. As we can see, the green sprout has 2 leaves, which are called cotyledons. Your cotyledons should be bright green. If they are yellow, your medium is too wet or the plant is not receiving enough light. During this time, this is a very simple and easy stage, but it has to be in the right conditions. To provide the right conditions, which is your only job when growing autos, you first need the right amount of airflow, but indirectly aimed at the plants and environment. For the humidity, again, my best growth rates have been between 70 to 80%, with the temperature around 70 to 80 also. But the most important part is the medium moisture level. At this point, the medium should still be very moist all throughout for stable root development, just like in nature. Early vegetative phase, days 6 through 10. During this time, you will start to see true leaves forming to start converting light into sugars. The big point about this phase is the plant goes from being heterotrophic to autotrophic. This means instead of using the stored energy to grow from its cotyledons, the plant is now actively growing its own leaves with rapid mitosis cell division, utilizing photosynthesis to do so. The hormonal regulations during this time also changes, producing higher amounts of auxins, which promote root and plant growth, and cytokines to stimulate cell division. During this time, the seedlings will keep on growing upwards, producing nodes and many new sets of leaves. Vegetative transition to preflower, day 11 through 20. Starting from day 11, you should have a plant around this size. If your seedling still looks like it's on day 1 through 5 at this point, it's probably stunted and won't grow prolifically, but there is a chance. At this point, within the first 2 weeks, your medium is most likely dry and will need water. I want to stress, this is the most important decision to getting a solid auto. When you decide to water, the second the topsoil is starting to lose moisture and the bottom of the pot feels slightly moist, it's time to water. And when you water, you cannot overwater your plants based on the quantity of water with proper drainage in one session. Overwatering, in my experience, is a common misconception, especially for beginner auto growers, and really happens when you water too consistently when it's not needed. Honestly, I see many more people with stunted seedlings because they're too scared to water. Even if it's just a seedling, trust me, just soak the entire medium because you cannot overwater as long as you have proper drainage and aeration. Think about deep water culture hydroponic growers. As long as there's proper aeration and consistent moisture, the plants will grow exceptionally fast without hindrance. Day 11 to day 15. This is also when the plant starts to go into pre-flower already. Yes, before day 20, autos already start the flower cycle, meaning you have about 2 more weeks before full-on flower development begins. Beyond day 15, and getting into the later days of day 17 through 20, this is when the plant really starts to explode. Every few days, the plant nearly doubles in size, giving you a good indication of how your plant will grow. To simplify the entire process to just a few sentences, my best autos are started seed into saturated soil, half power light intensity, indoor temperatures of 70 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and a high humidity of 70 to 80%. If you time the dryback and water periods properly, you should have a perfect start to an autoflower. Anyways, growmies, this is my methods of how I start my autoflower seedlings for a great fast start. I'm sure, as always, I'll get a billion comments talking about overwatering, but peat moss soil you cannot overwater with proper drainage and aeration in a single water session, which is exactly proven with DWC hydroponics. For only 17 days old, you know you got a perfect start if your plant has developed at this rate. Anyways, be sure to leave a comment on your methods of growing and starting autos. As always, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment. If you haven't seen my other grow/mocha reports, check them out. Keep it up out there, growmies, and stay motivated in this beautiful medicinal hobby. #growmiegang.